here and sharing your knowledge. When I first met these two, when I first came to the office, I was just so excited. They have just phenomenal energy, and the production that you've done has been phenomenal for the time you've been in the business. So why don't you share with us how long each of you have been in the business?
So actually, next month will be a year for me. So October 8th or 18th, I think.
Yeah.
That's how long I've been in. So.
And I started July, I think 11th last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not long.
So we see your numbers here. I don't know if you've seen this, but your production is up over 1,000%. April, that's a lot of you because you had started earlier in the business. Up over 1,000% in 12 months.
Awesome.
Okay, and we put September's number up here. This is just September. By the way, this was, do you have any more closings this month?
No.
Okay, all right, so September close volume was over 1 million. How many units?
4?
No, it was more than that.
5 or 6.
6, I think.
Okay, awesome. So, where have the two of you been focused in getting your business?
A lot of different places, but you know, September had to do a lot with Sphere, a lot of our Sphere.
But we've gotten business from Sphere, from talking to people, from going out to our Sphere, and then branching out with other people that they know, door knocking,
Door knocking's huge.
marketing events,
Open houses.
open houses.
So we kind of do it all.
Okay, so when you do like the open houses or the door knocking and you're meeting these people, how do you follow up? What do you do with the names and numbers? Or
So that's
emails?
really important, is follow up. So you can follow somebody for, who knows, a lifetime. And with each person, I always email them. I try to come from a place of value, try to show, show our light as far as being an expert. So I do use Keeping Current Matters a lot, educating them on the market, national and also local. If there's something new going on in the community, like Boynton Beach's chamber, we went to an event and they're doing a whole restructure of the downtown. I've sent that out to people so they know that I am tied into the local community. So it just depends on who the person is. Also, trying to figure out what type of personality the person is as well helps, because then you know how to communicate with them.
Right.
But calling, texting, video text, emails,
Facebook.
Facebook's
everything. And also, I like to put like a personal touch with my clients. Hey, how are the kids? How was that vacation? How was that? And Facebook plays a big role in that too. As soon as you meet somebody, putting that friend request out there, or making that conversation purposeful, getting that email, getting that phone number, something that can link you to them to stay in touch.
So it sounds like you're having some real deep connections as you're meeting these people, putting them into a database,
Yes.
would you say?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, so what system are you using for that?
eEdge.
Yep.
eEdge, we have our CRM, and we have our 33 Touch monthly newsletter, 8x8s,
For the buyers, yeah.
Okay, so you're pretty much following
The system.
the system.
the models
Yes.
that you
Yes,
learned?
the models and the systems are very, very, very important.
Yes.
Okay, so out of all the different areas, because we learn a lot of different ways, we have some doing expired, some doing FSBOs, agents can get, transactions in many different areas, okay? What caused the two of you to choose that database?
I think, we go to a lot of trainings in Keller Williams, which is awesome, and they give you a choice. They show you how many different ways you can market and reach buyers and sellers, and we chose marketing events, farming, door knocking. I just think that that's the thing. Those are the things that we enjoy and like to be. I like to be as much as I possibly can in person.
Right, face to face is what we find we're stronger at.
Okay, so what were maybe one or two things that you feel you did in the beginning that brought you to the success that you're having now today? Whether it be classes,
There's a lot of
coaching.
things. So when you're new, this can be very overwhelming. But so mindset is huge.
Yes.
Discipline, learning, and then
Being consistent.
chunking things down so that you can progress, you know, at a steady pace. But following through and implementing is important. So when I took a class, I would always try to implement something, even if it was something that I had said I was going to do before or started it, but I would, you know, just go a little further with that if it was the same thing, or implement something new. So going to the classes is great. There's awesome education here at Keller Williams, but implementing it and sticking with it to see if it works, whatever it is that you choose.
Right, and being patient to see the results, because sometimes you want to give up. Like, oh, I'm going door knocking 3 times a week.
Nothing's
I'm
happened.
going to networking. I have all these business cards. But really following those systems and implementing those things, and really being patient and waiting for the results.
Yeah, I love that, because Gary says it's gradual, then suddenly, and you're
Mhm.
right, some just quit
Mm-hmm.
too quick.
Oh, that's a follow-up, that's huge.
Yes.
And mindset, so the mindset will keep you doing the things you need to do, and then doing the things that you need to do will get you to that buyer or seller.
Yes.
Do you have any particular classes that you felt were most helpful?
In the very beginning, I feel Matt was a huge help for me.
Yeah.
Coaching, yeah, for sure, absolutely. So absolutely, you know, all of Matt's classes, even if it's a Saturday, I was in here on Saturday mornings with him. Because even if you take it more than once as well, because there was something that you missed the first time.
Okay, you're both still in coaching, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
why do you stay in coaching?
Because we want to go to the next level, and I feel like we'll always be in coaching.
Yeah.
Because no one succeeds alone, right?
Right.
No.
Right.
And you know, you'd be surprised. I meet a lot of other agents, or even agents that started at Keller and now have gone to other companies, and
Mhm.
I've seen them out, and they're asking me questions. Like, oh, I have this buyer or I have this seller, and this is what's happening right now. And I'm thinking to myself, why aren't you going to your go-to person at your company, or your broker, or your team leader, or what have you? I always answer the question, but in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, why are you asking me that? I'm as new as you, or what have you. They don't know what we're doing here right now in this office. And then also, we just went to a training earlier today out in the public by a mortgage lender, and we've gone to them a couple of times, and we always stand out as the people that are already doing everything that they're teaching, because we've already learned it here and we've implemented it.
Something
And it
is-
happened today, again. I'm like, okay, well,
Wow.
we know all this, we do. And he asked a couple of times, who does X, Y, or Z? And we're like, oh, we do it, and we're
Right.
the only one. So
Literally.
that
And it
really
was
shows you the level of agents that are out there,
Yes.
and what they're doing and how they're doing it, and maybe that's why they're not as successful. I don't know.
That's why,
It's
yeah.
very telling.
This is you. That's why they're asking you questions. I'm about 1,000% in 12 months. That's really awesome. Really awesome.
It is, thank you.
Thank you.
So, anyone have any questions for these two?
How'd you come up with your name?
So, we were at the Culture Awards. I was at the Culture
Yeah, I was
Awards
gonna say, I think you
earlier,
were.
earlier this year. And I was rattling with what kind of name are we gonna come up with. And the Now guys got some awards. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be the Now girls.
Right.
So I wanted something that was catchy, that people would remember. I didn't really care if anybody liked it or not. I sometimes was like, do I like it? Do I not like it? But I posted to Betty in a text message that day while I was still there, and I'm sure in her mind she's going, really, girls? So we do get asked about the name, and they're like, does it mean anything? And we do have beyond the sale, so we do want to be a part of our clients' journey forever. And also, I just always respond, buy it, sell it, or invest it with the It Girls.
Nice.
Yep.
That's good. That's a good tag.
Yeah.
That's a great name. Thank you.
Any other questions for these superstars?
When did you start working together and how'd you meet each other?
Well, we know each other. We were both in the medical field, so I'm an OTA by background, and April's an RN. So I was running a rehab department at a skilled nursing, and actually we've known each other even before that. She was working for a prosthetic company, and she used to come in and do the networking thing.
I
and,
was in sales and management.
So we knew each other from there. I mean, we did a couple happy hours together.
Did you
and-
join here together?
No, so I became an agent, and then I went out to my sphere.
Yep.
So a lot of people, I used to see these people on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. So I went out to everybody and I said, "This is what I'm doing now." And she was like, I think I could do that.
Right. I always had that itch that I was going to, you know, do my own business or something. So when she came in, I was like, okay. So I did a little bit of research, and I'm like, I could do that.
And then she texted
So,
me, "I'm
yeah.
gonna get my real estate license." I was like, "Okay, great." So we just followed each other. You know, I supported her in getting her license. "Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations! Don't worry, you got this." And then she became an agent. She signed up here at Keller Williams, and she was still working full time.
Right up until the end of March.
Yeah.
And then at the end of March, I was, well, in the beginning or so, in the beginning of the year, I just kind of said, you know what, I need to take that leap. I need to take the jump, and we're going to do it. And we talked about partnership, and
Yeah.
we finalized it in June.
Yeah, we talked about it. We did like a trial period for like 60 days or so, and
Right.
then we partnered.
Awesome.
Thank
Any
you.
last minute advice you may want to share with any agents that may be struggling or any of the new agents?
Well, I just took Quantum Leap.
I was gonna have you
Yes.
share.
I just took Quantum
Uh-huh.
Leap because networking and negotiating and those kinds of things are very new to me. So sometimes my mindset is, can I do this? Will I do this? How will it happen? Things like that. So Quantum Leap was awesome because it's all about mindset, and it's a lot of positive things that they give you. I had a few ahas there. I couldn't really pin it down to one, but one of them was you need people more than you need people more than they need you, and it's true. It's true. And if you see every relationship that way, you will get far. And another one was be purposeful with everything you do, but not only with your relationships when you meet people, but also what books are you reading? When everyone kind of talks to themselves, right? So what is it that you're telling yourself? You got to be positive. And the other one was self-awareness. Know your weaknesses, know your strengths, and use them. Use them to help grow your business. And clarity is power. So if you know what you want, yeah. So that's why Quantum Leap was awesome. I mean, it was just so many things, for sure.
Okay. Well, ladies, thank you.